grass-fed, the most beautiful beef that you'll ever see. You see those little flecks of white? That's what we call intermuscular fat, okay? We're cutting you 9 ounces per steak, right? We trim off nearly all of the fat. You're taking home
those are huge.
9-ounce steaks. Have a look at how generous this is. Now, if there's 2 of you, you might say, maybe I only need 1 between the 2 of us. So those 8 steaks might actually be 16 portions for you. But if you're like me and you like a big 9-ounce steak all to yourself, well, there you go. You've got 8 of them coming your way. Let me show you, Marlo, and give you a taste, because then you will become a believer. You take these beautiful strip steaks, you give them a little bit of caramelization in a pan. Have a look at how tender they are, Marlo. And have a look at that juicy, unbelievable. Here, just have a taste, Marlo, because first, tasting is believing, right? You're able to cut this through. It is so tender. There's a reason that it's America's favorite steak. Have a look.
Wow.
Isn't that so good?
And juicy.
It's so juicy. It's so good. Look, I'm gonna do something that you wouldn't normally do, but I want you to see this. Let me cut it in half lengthways.
That's really good.
You see absolutely no gristle, absolutely no sinew, right? Can you see that? That beautiful steak. Oh, sorry, I knocked it over. That beautiful steak. Now watch this. Look at how juicy and wonderful these New York strips are.
Oh my gosh, and I love that I have those in my freezer, that I don't have to get all dressed up and drive on the other side of town. I like dining out, but I like that on special occasions.
Right.
But I love to cook. I'm a foodie. I want to be able to have that at home, right?
Oh yeah, you sure do.
The comforts of your home, you'll be able to have this. Listen, we've got Labor Day that's going to be coming up. Imagine that on the grill for Labor Day, which would be awesome. So remember what you're getting. You're getting an 8 count of these. One of the things that you have said a little bit earlier in the show is how you travel literally around the world to only bring to us the finest.
Right.
So we're going to show you this a little bit, you in the element. And this is what you're doing, right?
Well, we're talking about grass-fed Australian beef here. It's no added hormone. It's no antibiotic. It is 100% grass-fed. Sometimes they'll say grass-fed, grain-finished, which means that, you know, it's basically being grain-fed. This has never, ever, ever been fed grain, right? It's 100% grass-fed. Now, why is that important? Maybe it's not important to you. It is important to me. I love grass-fed because of its flavor. I also love how healthy it is.
Yes.
You know, these animals are free to roam. That's very important to me. I want to make sure that we're only giving you the very best. You're right, Marlo. We bring them to you.
Look at these.
Individually packaged, right? So you can defrost one at a time. And I think that's important when you're talking about such a premium steak. Have a listen. These guys come frozen, solid as a rock, all delivered on dry ice.
You'll have them in your home by the end of the week.
Another 12 months on this one too, Marlo. So 12 months is absolutely fine here.
And strip steaks are popular, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, look, what I'm gonna do, Marlo, is I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let me show you this. Let's stack it up, because I want you to see just how incredible what you're taking home is. All right, so all of that beautiful beef. And look at how juicy and wonderful that steak really is. It's like a mountain of beef, but it is just so tasty.
So give us an idea. If we're going out and we're coming to a restaurant, one of your restaurants, for a nice steak dinner, right, for 2 people. Follow on, you've got your sides that you may have, right?
Well, I mean, I don't want to give away too many industry secrets, but,
but that's, you know, I would say that's over $100 for one dinner.
Oh, yeah.
Right, for one dinner.
No, way over,
So just to kind of help establish the value, remember you're eating 8 times on this.
Oh, yeah.
So and so that really, and that's if one person is going to eat all 9 ounces.
Right. Well, I sent some to my mum, and my mum said, "Honey, me and your stepdad,
4.5, 5 ounces.
Yeah, she's like, we slice one. Let me show you how you can do it, Marlo, because this is a very generous steak. Now, if I go ahead and start slicing this, and I'm not slicing it super thin, but if I go ahead and slice this for you how I would in the restaurant,
a whole steak would be too much for me.
Right,
you know?
So now what I do is and this is exactly how we serve it in the dining room. We just go ahead, we layer it out, and have a look, Marlo, just how much steak there actually is there.
Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot in one.
So it's a nice big portion.
That's definitely
we finish it with a little bit of sea salt, which I encourage you guys to do as well.
Fancy, I like it.
And then, you know, like you said, would we charge $100 for that steak? Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
and so for me, I'd take half of it and put on a bed of salad.
Yep.
I would love that. I would love that next to even asparagus or any type of vegetables that you love. That's how I would eat it. We've got those side dishes if you want something a little bit heartier. We've got the mashed potatoes. We've got the beans.
Right.
So, you know, depending on how you want to eat it, even over, believe it or not, over a taco or over fajitas if you want to. What about steak and eggs for breakfast? I mean, that's a breakfast of champions, right?
It sure is. I mean, Marlo, it really is. Let me just line it up so you've got the fat over the fat. You can see that little bit of fat. That's what you get with the New York strip. A lot of people love that. If you don't like that little bit of fat, no problem. You just slice it off. But it really is just such a juicy, wonderful, wonderful steak. Have a look at it, Marlo. Even when I stack it right up like that, you can just see how juicy.
Well, I'm inviting you to order. What a
is.
great gift this will make if there's a birthday that's coming up. If you love entertaining, if you want high quality grass-fed beef, no antibiotics, all natural, none of the funny stuff that they sometimes put in the meats. Look at how beautiful this is on the out. This is the finest quality beef. This is the very best of the best. It's $29.99 on 5 flex pays. Remember, 5 minutes until the 5 flex pays and the free shipping and handling that we've had all weekend. Now, it goes through midnight, but only 5 minutes left in the show. So
I'll be on a plane, you guys. I've got 6 minutes to go, okay?
Right.
I appreciate everyone's orders. I can't wait you to get this food home. Let me show you this one more time, Marlo.
And remember, shelf life up to a year in the freezer.
It is just so beautiful. So Matt's cooked this one a little rarer, and we're doing this on purpose because what we want you to see is the variety that you can have. It's super juicy like this when it's rare. Also super juicy when it's medium rare. By the way, if you were to cook it well done, and I think he's done me one over there that's sort of more medium well, and I'll show you that too. Because, you know, we're not discriminating. You have it however you like, okay? This is a personal preference. Yes, I eat mine medium rare, but have a look at this one. This one's a little more done, you know, so you can see that there's still a little bit of pink in there, but still super, super juicy.
I got the tip of that one.
Oh yeah, go for it. Let me show everybody again with this beautiful New York strip. And now this one's a bit more well done, and look how juicy it still is.
A lot of people are noticing how that knife just slices through it like butter.
Well, I mean, can I show you something? If I put this down here, Marla, I could get a spoon. I can get a spoon and I can cut this New York strip like that.
I usually say fork tender, but spoon tender.
Spoon tender. You're cutting it with a spoon.
I mean, my goodness.
To show you something else, Marla, if I cut it again, watch this. You're just pulling this beef apart.
You're right.
You know, like, it is that tender. It actually doesn't get more tender than the New York strip.
That's because of the high quality.
Of course. And the grass-fed beef, that really unctuous, delicious, rich flavor.
Well, come on in. We'd love to send this out to you. Remember, it's a Chef Curtis Stone takeover on Good Eating with Marlo. There you are.
I'm out there, Marlo, because what I do is I go to all the farmers. I go see them. I go see how the animals are treated. I go make sure that they are grass-fed, if that's what the promise is. I want to make sure that we deliver to our customers at Gwen the very, very best. And now to be able to extend that to the entire country. I get tingles every time I think about it. I was a 17-year-old kid when I started cutting meat. Wow. And the thought that I would be standing here in America sharing with you my love of, you know, the industry, the beautiful craft of butchery. It's such a joy and it's such a privilege. And I really, really appreciate all the orders.
What a blessing. All right, if you want to own it, don't forget, 5 flexible payments under $30. This is your pick of the show. So this is the chef's pick. He selected the Australian strip steaks. Remember, all grass-fed. Remember that you've got complete portion control because you know that each steak is exactly 9 ounces. So if you're eating 6 ounces of protein a day or 5 ounces, you can get complete portion control as you want it. But most importantly, you're getting really top-of-the-line flavored taste.
Look how lean that is, Marlo, but still so juicy.
Oh, my God.
It's just unbelievable. I mean, just the idea that you can get this kind of steak home when you've always had to go out for dinner for this kind of thing. You know, the fact that you'll be cooking this on your grill, in your fry pan, roasting it in the oven at home. Look at the pool of juice. I mean, it literally is a pool of beautiful,
and what's the best way? I mean, is there a secret or a tip that you can offer to us on how to get like the best result here?
Matt's over here cooking away. He's doing an incredible job, Matt. Thank you, mate. But basically what he's doing is he's putting it into a nice hot pan. So you got to preheat your pan or your grill for that matter if you're going to cook it on a grill. And then what you do is you just go ahead, Mullo, you let it rest for a minute. That's the other secret. You know, so see how, what you really want is you want to see all that juice when you cut into the steak, but the truth is, look at that. I mean, see how perfectly juicy that steak is? So yeah, you want that caramelization on the outside, but you want it to be nice and pink on the inside. So the resting is actually really quite important as well.
And give us an idea how long we should let it rest.
About half the time it takes to cook. So if you cook it for 5 minutes, 2.5 minutes on each side, you let it rest for 2.5 minutes.
And I noticed that you wait to the very end to salt it.